Good evening, I'm Camelia, and this is Kini News. As the PN candidate struggles to untangle himself from controversy over his educational claims, Pakatan Harapan's Pang Soktao shuts down PAS's challenge with straight A's from her SPM and UPSR. Pakatan Harapan candidate Pang Soktao has responded to PAS Information Chief Ahmad Fadli Shari's challenge by sharing her impressive SPM and UPSR results, straight A's across the board. Interestingly, the 31-year-old excelled in Malay language, A, and English language, A+, during the 2010 exams at Chonghua High School in Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan, surpassing her performance in Chinese language, A-. Expressing deep appreciation to her dedicated teachers and supportive parents, Pang credited them for her academic achievements. Additionally, she shared her UPSR certificate from 2005, which also displayed straight A's. The challenge arose after Perikatan Nasional candidate Khairul Azhari Saud faced scrutiny over his educational background. His claim of obtaining an executive management diploma from University Malaya in 2019 and an executive master's from University Malaysia Pahang Al Sultan Abdullah 2 years later stirred controversy. Questions were raised about how he obtained a master's degree without completing a bachelor's program and how he finished his studies amid the COVID-19 movement control order in 2021. For the record, diploma holders reportedly can continue their studies directly to an executive master's at UMPSA with the required work experience qualifications and passing the prior learning assessment. Wearing a baju Melayu and with his hands cuffed, Che Gubard made a grand entrance to court today, where he was charged for allegedly defaming the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Bersatu Information Committee member Bajul Hisham Shaharin, also known as Che Gubard, faced charges today at the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court. He pleaded not guilty to 2 counts, including allegedly defaming the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and inciting discontent against His Majesty. The charges are framed under Section 500 of the Penal Code and Section 4(1)(c) of the Sedition Act 1948. Judge Siti Aminah Ghazali subsequently set bail at 10,000 ringgit for each charge, with the case scheduled for mention again on May 27th. Che Gubard arrived at the Kuala Lumpur court complex earlier, escorted by police with his hands cuffed, dressed in a full baju Melayu. He was closely guarded before being taken into the courthouse lobby at 9:20 a.m. Che Gubard's arrest has government critics questioning the heavy-handed use of the Sedition Act and other laws, wondering if they're trying to catch a mouse with an elephant trap. Former PKR Vice President R. Sivarasa has spoken out against the action taken against Bersatu leader Bajul Hisham Shaharin, also known as Che Gubard, regarding his remarks on the alleged casino plan in Forest City, Johor. Sivarasa said since all relevant parties have denied the allegation, there's no justification for arresting Bajul. Writing on X, Sivarasa also said Che Gubard is someone who lacks credibility. Bajul was charged at the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court this morning and claimed trial to 2 counts of defaming the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and inciting discontent against His Majesty. The use of the Sedition Act and Section 233 of the Communication and Multimedia Act was also criticized by Malaysians against death penalty. The organization spoke out against Bajul's arrest, suggesting that investigations could have been conducted without detaining him. Similarly, Lawyers for Liberty also expressed concerns about freedom of expression. LFL also criticized DAP and PKR leaders for their silence despite opposing the use of draconian laws against government critics in the past. Now back to the campaign activities in KKB. Despite their no-show during nomination, a Bersatu VP assures that PAS is fully on board with Khairul Azhari Saud's campaign in Kuala Kubu Baharu.
Bersatu Vice President Muhammad Radzi Jidin assured that PAS remains committed to Perikatan Nasional candidate Khairul Azhari Saud's by-election campaign, despite their absence during the nomination in Kuala Kubu Baru 2 days ago. Responding to PKR Information Chief Fahmi Fadzal's query regarding PAS leader's absence, Radzi clarified that PAS had prior commitments for an Aidilfitri open house event in Perlis. During the nomination day, they had various meetings planned in Perlis, Radzi explained. referring to the past Central Open House event held in Kanga on Saturday. He reiterated PAS's dedication to ensuring PN's victory in Kuala Kubu Baru, affirming their ongoing campaign efforts. Fahmi had earlier questioned PAS's absence during the nomination, noting the presence of top PAS leaders in Perlis instead. Razzie dismissed any insinuations, stating that PAS leaders had commenced campaigning from yesterday onwards.
Perikatan Nasional dismisses Dr. Mahathir's crystal ball, asserting that in the Kuala Kubu Baharu by-election, it's the voters, not the former Premier, who hold the reins. Perikatan Nasional has shrugged off Dr. Mahathir Mohamad's forecast that Pakatan Harapan will seize victory in the Kuala Kubu Baharu by-election. Selangor PN chairperson Azmin Ali countered Mahathir's prediction, highlighting that the voters, not the former Premier, hold the decisive power. Speaking to reporters over the weekend, Azmin said while he respects Mahathir's opinion as a national political figure, it's the voters who will ultimately determine the outcome.
Dan akhirnya, pengundi yang akan menentukan, dan saya yakin pengundi hari ini cukup matang, khususnya anak-anak muda. Mereka ada akses kepada maklumat melalui internet dan sebagainya, dan di situ mereka boleh buat penilaian.
Explaining their campaign strategy, Azmin stated that his party is actively engaging with voters on the ground to articulate their policies effectively. Previously, Mahathir had foreseen a Pakatan Harapan triumph in the upcoming election, citing a rift among Malay voters. The Kuala Kubu Baharu by-election will feature a four-way contest with DAP's Pang Sok Tau, PN's Khairul Azhari Saud, Parti Rakyat Malaysia's Hafizah Zainuddin, and independent candidate Nyao Ke Sin in the fray. Berjaya Corps not playing games with rumours. They filed a police report to unmask the mystery sources behind a supposed casino plan in Forest City. Berjaya Corp Berhad filed a police report on April 26 to identify the unnamed sources cited in a Bloomberg report about a supposed plan to construct a casino in Forest City. The company denied any such plans, stressing that the sources had damaged Berjaya's reputation by spreading falsehoods. It expressed confidence that the police would thoroughly investigate the matter. In a statement, Berjaya urged publications to exercise more caution before making unsubstantiated allegations. It also criticized Bloomberg and The Edge Singapore for allegedly spreading malicious information without verifying its accuracy. Berjaya accused these news agencies of attempting to tarnish the reputations of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. It further called for the removal of any inaccurate information misrepresenting its purported meeting with Anwar to discuss reviving the multi-billion ringgit mega project. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has also refuted claims of a casino being part of the project revival, urging authorities to take appropriate action against the news agencies involved. The deadline is almost here. Spread positivity by joining our Muhibah story photo and essay campaign by April 30th. Selected stories will be featured on Malaysia Kini and contributors will receive a free 1-month subscription. Let's build a better Malaysia together. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you would like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.